Hey, my name is Chinwé, and welcome back to the Rich Witch Show. Yeah!
Whoa, it's the Rich Witch Show, where we make the magic all practical.
What's up to all my rich witches and rich wizards out there in Weezy Wonderland? Welcome to the Rich Witch Show, where we make the magical practical. My name is Chinwé, aka Chinweezy, aka Madam Weezy, aka Lyrish Wish, and it is time to get it cracking. Welcome to episode 9. Y'all know 9 is my number. The wind is blowing. My birthday is 9/9. That's my number. Cycles are about to be completed, honey. You are coming into a new season of abundance. Okay, impromptu message, Mama Oshun coming through real strong. Anyway, this is the second episode in our 2-month Intro to Spirituality lecture series, where I will be breaking down the basics to spirituality. So for today's episode, we're going to be talking about the difference between our higher self, our shadow, and our ego. All right, we're going to get real and heal. We're going to talk about this new moon in Gemini coming up for planet power. This is a little out of order, but that's okay. We're going to magnify the magic, and we're going to do some tarot talk, see if Archangel Michael has any messages for us. But before we get into any of that, I want to thank you all so much for joining me here today. Thank our ancestors, Kuku Mujaji, my grandmother, my maternal grandmother, Kuku Louisa, has been coming to me a lot. Do y'all hear the noise? I'm talking over it. The devil is a lie. We're going to get through this show. You feel me? But I want to thank all of my ancestors, Archangel Michael for being with us here today, my big self for being here, because it's been a hell of a week. Okay, I don't know if Mercury retrograde, the anxiety, the twin flame energy is whooping anybody else's butt, but it's been whooping mine, all right? So thank you for showing up, because the work is not easy, but you're here anyway. So make sure you are thanking yourself. All right, so without further ado, let's get into Planet Power. Welcome back to the Rich Witch Show, where we make the magical practical. I am your host, Chinweezy, and I'm just so glad that you could be here with me. Right now, it's time for Planet Power. This is when we look up in the sky and see how what's going on up there applies to our life. Why? Because we are comprised of the same stardust and the sunrise. You feel me? So let's talk about planet power. Mercury retrograde plus this new moon solar eclipse in Gemini that we have coming up on June the 10th of 2021. I love Gemini energy, okay? That is my mercurial cousin, because I am a Virgo sun, so we share this mercurial energy. And with this mercurial energy, I talked about this on TikTok. You may want to carry, it's hot out here, y'all. You may want to carry clear quartz with you. Keep it on you. Also, when you meditate, visualize that clear quartz, seeing that clear quartz on your throat, on your third eye. I'm getting very strongly. Because with all of this foggy, retrograde, Mercury and retrograde energy, you may be a little confused, but you're not confused. It's just going to seem like it's confused. But the energy is slowing down so that you can really watch everything fall into place. It's actually very, very beautiful. Even though it can be it can cause some anxiety, it's still very, very, very beautiful. So, what is a new moon solar eclipse? The new moon solar eclipse in Gemini is happening on June the 10th, and we need to talk about what a new moon solar eclipse is. So this is when the sun, the moon, and the earth are all aligned, okay? And the moon is eclipsing the sun, excuse me, and it causes a ring of fire. Now, basically, I've interpreted this to mean that your sun, the sun is your ego, right? That's your personality. And we've been working on our divine masculine, our solar plexus. The moon, that's your internal, that's your emotional, that's your sacral chakra, that's your psychic abilities. And then you have the earth. The earth is your physical, tangible body. It also is representative of your spirit. We've been talking a lot about what the spirit is. The spirit is basically the part of your soul. This is my theory. The spirit is the part of your soul that comes to be here on earth. Thank you, car horn. So this represents that earth grounded energy with this eclipse. Okay, do you understand? The spirit aka is your physical body. The sun, once again, is your ego, your divine masculine energy, and that moon that's sitting in front of all of that, eclipsing all of that energy, is your internal psychic divine feminine energy. So they're all coming into alignment. 222 synchronicities, Gemini energy, twin, caduceus. Now you may have heard me talking about caduceus, especially on TikTok, especially in my music. You're gonna hear it in the performance coming up where I mentioned caduceus. What is caduceus? Caduceus is used incorrectly in the medical fields, especially in Western society, right? Where it represents just, you know, when you see this sign, it means that there's medical help nearby. But actually, it's two serpents. It comes from ancient Egypt, right? And this was something that Thoth carried. And it represents the two snakes or the cobras. They represent the internal, the external, the yin and the yang, the divine feminine, the divine masculine. They're on a rod that represents your spine. That's your spirit, your physical. And it has the wings, which represents your air. Come on, rich witch. Okay, this is alignment. Also, this is a mudra that represents alignment. So that's what these wings represent, the alignment, the spirit, the connection to your higher self. So caduceus is about interlocking all of these different elements of yourself, which we will continue to talk about with the shadow and the higher self and the ego when we get to Get Real and Heal. But I'm just showing you the way that this information has been presented to me so beautifully, how what's going on in these stars aligns with what we're talking about down here. Like, I cannot make these stuff. I cannot create the synchronicities. Do you understand? This is bigger than me. So anyway, what is all this caduceus, interlocking, sun, moon, earth, aligning? What does that even mean? In the practical, tangible sense, okay? This is meaning that you're coming into divine union, and I can't help but smile. You're coming into divine twin flame union. Okay, I'm gonna talk more about my twin flame experience in the Get Real and Heal, but just be aware that you're coming into your soul tribe. You're coming into alignment and completion within yourself. Remember, I said the number 9 is significant. We're almost wrapping up cycles where you are coming back to being whole. 4 of Wands, Ace of Cups, coming back to be whole within yourself so that you can merge with your divine masculine or your divine feminine energy that's been out there in the world. Your twin flame, your divine counterpart. That's what this energy is all about. So with this new moon, you may want to set intentions to just be in alignment, to come into awareness that you are in alignment. Set intentions to accept this twin flame union, because also this requires some effort on your part. And we talked about this last week. I believe in the tarot talk, we talked about how you may have to put in some effort and get off your high horse in order to come into alignment. Okay, but we're going to talk about that a little bit later. But I just wanted to mention that with this new moon, it's a beautiful time to manifest synchronicities, love, divine union, perfection, alignment, luck. It's just a really beautiful, bountiful, abundant energy. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. That's what I got for you for Planet Power. Coming up next, we've got a musical performance by yours truly. Now, I did cheat a little bit, okay? I got an excerpt from when I did this song before, and you can check out the full performance, but it just aligns so well that there was no need for me to pick another song or re-record it. So anyway, this is all by design, one of my favorite songs, and I hope you guys enjoy it right here on the Reach Witch Show. I go by the name of Chinwé, hey, and I think we need to talk about what happens when the stars align. Hey, yeah, what happens with divine design. I ain't seen you in quite a while, so I was starting to doubt. I felt like a fool, I didn't know what to do, but I think I got it, I figured out. There was some karmic things that needed to be balanced. You and me are a team, so I know what happened. I was feeling your absence, cause the feelings are valid, but it's all in the mental. We take a challenge and smash it. It's all by design. I'm gonna make it mine. I'ma blow your mind. Yeah, in the right time. It's all by design. I'ma make it mine. Are you a diver? Cause you're splashing. I'm putting other men on pause, hot flashing. Don't wanna ration my time, cause I've been waiting on stars to align. Chilling in the ether, sitting on cloud nine. Caduceus, you and I intertwine. Ain't no separating, none to the bacon. This is I year, it's just a free man. Top tier, not two. Then say I love you, can't all die, that's what ain't by your tongue. So do, do you do? I do. I don't wanna do nobody but you. Bring it here closer and I will show you what it's hitting for. It's all by design. I'ma make you mine. I'ma blow your mind. Yeah, in divine time. I said it's all by design. I'ma make you mine. I'ma blow your mind. Yeah, in divine time. Say, well, judgment's been cold, so don't be appalled by the way I put it down. Listen, no need to press pause when you're lost in the sauce. I think we're family now. Hey. Ooh, ah, yeah, ah, ah. Hey, 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 I said it's so by design. Hey, it's so divine. It's by design, yeah, that you are mine. Hey, da 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 da. Hey, da 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 da. Da 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 da. Do 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 do. Yes! Welcome back to the Rich Witch Show, where we make the magical practical. I am your host, Chinwé, and I'm so glad that you are here with me. I hope that y'all enjoyed that performance. Right now, it's time to get real and heal. Give me some. Ooh, we got a little sexy little rolls today. Okay. We talked about it a little bit in Planet Power, but why was all by design selected? It was selected because I told you I talk about Caduceus. I talk about all by design, the synchronicities, which is what we're in the season of synchronicities. I just love Gemini energy. Y'all, I love Gemini energy. I am a Gemini moon, but I've always just had an affinity to Geminis. We understand each other really well, really great communication, impromptu message. Whoever you are coming into communication with is really beautiful, positive, new, fresh information. Even if it's somebody that you already know or previously dated or was friends with before and y'all fell out, there's still this energy of freshness and newness and lightheartedness, okay? So give in and surrender to release the pressure. Side message, a lot of times we don't know how to surrender because we don't know what we are surrendering, okay? And I'm going to tell you my story of surrender with my twin flame journey. But first, let's talk about the ego versus the higher self versus the soul, the spirit, the shadow. Ego versus higher self versus shadow. I'm so excited. I'm sorry. Your ego, the sun. What shines. That's when people say what's your sign, that's usually the first thing you think of. I'm a Virgo. Where was the sun when you were born? How does this affect your personality, your ambition, your who do you want to show off to the world? You know what I'm saying? This is also your protective barrier. This is your ego. This is when you go out into the world, this is the mask that you put on in order to navigate life more easier for you, to get what you want out of life, to attract what you want. This is who you feel you gotta be in order to create the life that you want, okay? So this is your outward appearance, okay? It could also be your mind. Your ego is a big part of your mind. Your mind can only conceive the things that it has seen, okay? So that's why a lot of times we say our ego gets in the way, our pride gets in the way, because our interpretation of the scene gets in the way, because we can't always see the bigger, deeper picture, okay? Which is where our higher self comes into play. So your higher self, that's your spirit, your soul, okay? There's many different versions of your higher self, but like I said, my theory is your spirit is the version of your soul, your higher self that comes into earth with you. I'm about to burp. this is confirmation. Okay, that's your higher self. This is that intuitive nudge. This is where your intuition comes from. This is where you say, oh, I need to do this, I don't need to do this. This is that strong life force, northern cardinal energy, that Aries energy that pulls on you. It says, no, go this way, no, go that way, no, trust yourself, no, watch this video, no, don't call that person, no, call that person. That's that it's a strong pull. Okay, like you cannot fight it. You see the waves? It's a wave. Okay, that's your higher self. Higher level, 7th level of consciousness. Okay, just the knowing, 333. Then you have your shadow.
Shadow, tell me what you know. Prop me like a pillow, but only when the lights low. When I feel low, feel me and all my insecurities. So I fuel thee with the spirit of honesty. Tell me what you need.
Okay, that's my song called Shadow Talk. You can check it out. The shadow are the parts of ourselves. Usually, it's a younger part of ourselves, usually, that we have tucked away because our ego, our socially constructed ego, has said that is not acceptable to society. So this is the parts of us that think those evil, dirty, nasty thoughts, right? This is the part of us that road rage, the part of us that lies, the part of us that has guilty pleasures, the part of us that smokes, that drinks, that watches porn. This is the part of us that we have been conditioned to be ashamed of instead of giving it some sort of healthy outlet. That is our shadow. Carl Jung, the great psychologist, sociologist, philosopher, says that the shadow will manifest itself in your reality. So we often suppress and repress our natural desires, and we don't find a healthy outlet for it. And what happens is this is what ends up manifesting in our reality. Back to that moon wound, back to that first episode. Dealing with those feelings, if you don't deal with those feelings of rejection or loss or grief or those scary dark thoughts that you have, if you don't address them, they will manifest itself in your reality because they are running the show subconsciously. The ego might be blocking it out, baby, but it's no match for your subconscious. The ego is no match for your subconscious. Okay? And it will make you self-conscious. So that is the difference between the ego, the higher self, and the shadow. Now, with all of this alignment energy that we're talking about with this eclipse, right? The sun, the moon, and the earth, which is those 3 different components, okay? With them aligning, what we have here is integration. And this was in the song last week.
Integration of mind, soul, and body doesn't happen in man-made time. Instead, it converges with divine timing. With source, we're all aligned.
There's an integration of your mind, soul, body. There's an integration of your shadow, higher self, and your ego coming together to create this beautiful blend of you. And you know, when you come into wholeness, then you are able to attract other people into your life from a place of wholeness. We don't want to attract people from a place of lack. We don't want to attract people from this fractured place. We are coming into wholeness. Yes, 2 halves make a whole, double up. We are coming into union with ourselves, and thus union with our divine counterpart, our other half, that twin flame, coming into union because you have completed this cycle within yourself. And the wind is blowing. Yes. So how do I know this is a figgity fact? Well, first of all, I told you all, listen, I planned, okay, we're going to talk about the ego, the higher self, the shadow first. I didn't get into the details, but I'm like, okay, that's what Spirit's telling me to talk about for this 2nd episode in this 2-month Intro to Spirituality series. And then yesterday, today is Sunday when I'm filming this, June the 6th. Yesterday on Saturday, something said, let's go over the energies for planet power. And I'm looking at the twin flame. I'm looking at what an annular solar eclipse is. That's what it is, right? I'm looking at what that means, how the energies are lining, and I'm like, oh my God, bro. 2 of Cups, Caduceus, 2 of Wands, 2, 2, 2. Everything coming together. All right, so that's how I know. That's how I know. That's all I know. That I have come into union with my twin flame. And sit on down. Mama got a story for y'all. It's story time right here on the Rich Rich Show. I'm about to get real vulnerable with y'all. Okay. So this guy and I shall remain nameless, okay? We dated for a couple years, 2014 to 2016. And we were on and off friends. We would on and off have sex every now and again. I said some really nasty things to him. He has a way of triggering me, pushing my buttons, pushing my ego, forcing me to humble myself, like we talked about last week, okay, before I even had this experience with this person. Really teaching me about humility, really teaching me I'm not better than anyone, teaching me that there is somebody in this world that I can trust because I respect them. And I was trying to force my way. I'm like, no, we have to be together. Like, you don't understand. And he's like, look, I know you read your little cards or whatever, but you can't make me be with you. And I'm like, yes, I can. I'm the rich witch. And not in an immoral way. Like, I'm not doing no spells or hexes, but just like mind control. Like, I'm going to telepathically communicate with you and make you fall in love with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to be myself. You know, like, I'm not going to, you know, do nothing immoral, but just my presence is enough to alchemize this situation and get what I want. And he's like, no, I want to be friends. Like, can we just be friends? Be friends. I'm like, no, I don't want to be friends. Blah, 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 blah. But I'm calm until I'm not calm. Then I'm mad. But then something says, surrender. So I'm like, what the does that mean? Surrender what? Surrender to the fact that I'm wrong and we're not actually twin flame union. Surrender to the fact that I do like him and I do think this is the one, and just give in. Like, is my mind not giving in? Like, what's not giving in? Sometimes we don't know, like I talked about earlier, we don't know what to surrender. That's why it's so hard to surrender. We don't know what we're supposed to give in to or what's supposed to be dropped. I saw 1010, what up, angels? Then it hit me like a ton of bricks, okay? The bricks moved away like Diagon Alley, I should say. It didn't hit me like a ton of bricks. It's like tap, tap, tap. And it opened up and I could go down Diagon Alley. You know what I'm saying for all my Harry Potter people? Let me tell you what opened up for me. Surrender to what he wants. If this is my divine masculine energy, and I am secure and confident in knowing this is my twin flame union, there's proof all around me. I feel it. I know it. I see it. I see the difference. I've got the wisdom. Remember we talked about last week, just having that wisdom of having been in different types of relationships and knowing, no, this is not the same, because I know myself. I trust myself. I forgot what I was saying, but surrender. Let the divine masculine be the divine masculine. Let him lead. We talked about gender roles last week. And everything's going to be different for everybody. But in my case, I had to let the divine masculine lead. I had to trust him, just like I wanted him to trust me. And I'm like, why won't you see my side? Why won't you just be with me? Why won't you just trust me? Why won't I trust him? Why won't I just be friends with him? If I know, if I'm secure that this is the twin flame energy, then why can't I just be friends with him and see where it goes? If I want this person to lead and I want to spend my life with this person, then I got to trust them. And maybe we trying to build some sort of foundation. There's a bigger picture, 333. There's a bigger ascendant master high above the trees. Eagles could be significant coming to you right now. The wind is blowing. Yes, if you see an eagle, this is your sign that you are in your twin flame union. I'm telling you right now. Trust him the way I want to be trusted. Give in. Somebody has to give in. He's not giving in. I'm not giving in. We're not going to get anywhere except more frustration. Somebody has to humble themselves. Somebody has to give in. And maybe, just maybe, if I try something different, 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm seeing all the angel numbers, y'all. 1, 2, 3, 4 is progression. Exactly. If I give in, 1, 2, 3, 4, there will be progression. And I will get what I want. Because now I'm flowing. Higher self, I'm flowing. Something else I want you to do is change your vernacular. We've been talking about gratitude a lot. We got gratitude. Now we're going to change our vernacular to luck. with this Jupiter energy. Wisdom, luck, okay? Luck is math. Luck is having just enough money to do ABCD. Luck is it's math. It's when everything falls into place. It's when 1 + 1 = 2. It's when the steps are ordered. It's easy. It's quick math. Yes, this adds up. This adds up. Things just adding up for you. And I see that. I feel that for you. And we're going to get into tarot talk, honey, because there's a message that wants to come through. Specifically from a female, older female woman. There is some message that wants to come through. That kind of wants to pop out. Oh my God. Are y'all on the floor? Because you should be on the floor. I would be on the floor if it wasn't covered in pollen. How many motherfucking times is the Four of Wands going to come out to show us that we are home? That you are in your divine... I just want to say, I'm happy for you. You're home. You're home within yourself. Integration of mind, soul, and body. Integration, alignment of ego, shadow, and your higher self. You are grounded. Foundation has been laid. You're getting what you want. And the Queen of Cups came back at the bottom of the deck. This is highly psychic, intuitive information. There's also a woman here. This could be you. This could be your divine feminine energy, but I feel it's an older woman. It could be an ancestor coming to you to help carry you over the threshold to bring you back home. Let's pull one other card to see what else she wants to tell you. Yeah, this is just awesome. You're home. You know where you are. You're secure in yourself. Oh my God, the 7 of Coins. Have some patience. I know that's not what nobody wants to hear. Yep, the 3 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Your ships are coming in. The 3 of Wands is somebody standing on the edge of a cliff and they're watching the boat come in. They can see the boat. The boat is coming in. It's very close, okay? You almost, if you've been crying about a new home, if you've been crying about a new car, any sort of stability, Maslow's hierarchy, if you've been crying about a new job, new home, new boyfriend, new relationship, new girlfriend, a child, any level up that you've been wishing for and wanting for the last 7 years. It's been a 7-year cycle. I told y'all me and this man dated in 2014. That's 7 years ago. 7-year cycles are coming to an end. What happened 7 years ago? And I've been getting that for a lot of different people I've been doing readings for. Okay? Also, make sure you book a reading. Information below. What happened in 2014? Also, the number 4 could be significant. 4 months ago, 4 days ago, 4 weeks ago. The number 4 is significant. The 4 is more recent and the 7 is long term. But the 4 is recent. 4 weeks, 4 months, 4 weeks. You are standing at the edge of the cliff. Don't jump. Do not give up. You can literally see the ship coming in. You can see it. You're not tripping. You are lucky. It's there. The luck is there. And I'm going to talk more about this luck. And we're done. We're moving on because the information is so clear that I don't have to drag it out. The information is clear. I am going to pull one of these self-care oracle cards just in case. Just to see what to leave you all with. But it's like, I just really get this energy like, what you want is here. There's no need to question it. Watch a movie, take a chill pill. 54 adds up to mother freaking 9. Your life is a whole ass movie. Read a book. Read a book, watch a movie. Read a book, watch a movie. So they kind of want you to get lost in fantasy. Yeah, more fiction. You need more fiction in your life. You need more whimsy. More whimsy. Watch a movie, read. Could also be watching a movie. Could be going to the movies. I like that energy. Ooh, yes, with the fly. Okay, so you might be getting asked out on a little movie date. Okay. Yes, y'all, I love going to the movies. That's one of my favorite pastimes. Some of you guys will be doing some movie hopping or watching a bunch of movies, kicking it. Yeah, watching a bunch of movies. This might be a Netflix and chill type vibe, or you might actually go to the movies, but you might just spend a day just chilling, watching movies, having a good time, and reading one another. reading one another. Read between the lines. Get into that details. Heavy on the Virgo energy, which is something I was also getting. I don't think there's anything happening in Virgo right now. I'm gonna check real quick though. Okay, so no, there's not anything happening in Virgo in the charts right now, but I think it's just that mercurial energy, because we're in Gemini and Mercury rules both Gemini and Virgo. So the Virgo attributes of organization and cleanliness is also being highlighted, as well as details. So there's something about the details. And also I noticed in books that I've been reading, the Harry Potter series, rereading it, writers have a lot of details. Spend a lot of time writing during Gemini season. Writing the details. You can literally write down the life that you want. It's a great manifestation tip. I saw this somewhere. If you write the story how you want it to play out, try it out and be very detailed with it, like it's a movie. Write it out like it's a movie. Watch it play out in your mind and write down the story. Yes, I love that for you. Y'all, it is 1,000 degrees. Right now, it's time to turn down for what? To magnify that magic. To magnify the magic. To magnify the magic. I'll clear it out. I'll let it rain. What y'all know about that? Y'all don't know nothing about that. All right. Now, we're going to do something a little bit different for Magnify the Magic. What the heck is Magnify the Magic? This is where we do a group hypnosis, okay? Now, it's called Magnify the Magic because where two or more are gathered, we are able to intensify your intention, which is what we're talking about with this twin flame Gemini twin double energy, where two or more are gathered. That's what Magnify the Magic is all about, okay? So hypnosis is nothing to be afraid of. I'm tripping, y'all. I just can't believe this shit. We go into hypnotic trances when we drive, when we sleep, when we take a bath, when we daydream, all the time, okay? I'm not trying to do no V for Vendetta type shit. I'm not trying to get in your mind and do mind control over Debo, okay? The wind is blowing, thank you God, because it's, whew, y'all hear the wind blowing on the camera, Oh, it's a cardinal. Hey, cardinal. Yes, life force energy is so beautiful. Anyway, I'm not trying to take over the world or nothing like that. All I'm trying to do is help you to rewire your subconscious, like we were talking about earlier with that shadow. This helps with that shadow. Get to know that shadow. Talk to that shadow. We got to talk to different parts of ourselves. Just like we talk to our higher self, talk to your shadow. And hypnosis is a great way to get deep down in there and rewire some of the things that have made you feel ashamed, and just change your perspective on that. So that's what we're doing with hypnosis. I love how that tied in. We're addressing the shadow as well as the ego, the mind and the subconscious, things we can see and things we can't see, the moon and the sun, anyway, and the stars and the sky. So basically, we're going to change our phrase. Now, normally I would count down from 5, and in between each number, I would say, I am grateful for the abundance of. But it came to me that we're changing our whole vernacular with our spelling. We're casting spells with our words. So we're going to change gratitude to luck. So in between each number, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I'm going to say, I am lucky for the abundance of Jupiter energy. Jupiter slowed down in Pisces to really help us hone in on this energy of wisdom and manifesting and abundance and expansion and upgrade, new ways of being, okay? So, yes, okay, just making sure we good. Let's get started. First of all, take a deep breath. Think about an intention and a number. Pick a lucky number. Pick a lucky number. Don't even worry about the intention. Just pick a number. And what that number represents to you, it's just every time you see it, it will be confirmation of your expansion, your upgrade, your union, your new days ahead, okay? So I got my number. All right, let's count down. Number 5. I am lucky to have the abundance of, and you fill in the blank. 4, I am so lucky for the abundance of. Excuse me. Yes, confirmation. 3, I am lucky for the abundance of. 2, I am so lucky for the abundance of. And 1, I am lucky for the abundance of. And when I snap my fingers, you will enter into your hypnotic trance and we will magnify that magic together. Okay, that was short and sweet, so I'm gonna count you up. When you're ready, open your eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Welcome back, welcome back. How was your meditation? Mine was top notch. And then my Moshun came by and she kind of woke me up, but it's okay. It's nice and quiet and peaceful. Continue to meditate. This will sharpen your telepathic abilities. This will also sharpen your consciousness, get you to that 7th level of unity consciousness. Make sure you're following on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Subscribe to YouTube. I know you are because you're here. I be posting stuff. I'm doing the best that I can, and I'm really actually having a lot of fun. And next week we are going to be talking about some more spiritual stuff that y'all know I don't have written down. I think we're talking about numerology. I think because, like I said, oh yes, we are talking about numerology because that's why they had you pick a number, because we're going to talk about what those numbers mean, and you can of course start doing your own research. But yeah, I would suggest whatever number came to you, that is your homework, to look into that. Also talk to your higher self. Meditation is part of your homework as well. Yeah, and to set those new moon intentions. Okay, so anyway, I love y'all so much. I'm sending you so much love and luck. I will see you on the other side. Mwah, Weezy out.
Oh, it's the Rich with Show. Hey, it's the Rich with Show. I said, whoa.